Okay, the audio of the game doesn't crash. Good job. Grab your freaking memes. Well, I messed up in the previous episode, not noticing the game audio was messed up. Hey yo, what's up? My name is iPhong and welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies. And I have to admit, in the previous episodes, I didn't make the conclusion of the ending of the previous episode because at that time, yes, I kind of stressed out because it's a really tough decision. I have to leave it be or persist, and also at the same time, at that time, I feel like, for some reason, at that time I noticed that the audio of the game crashed, and honestly, it's not the game's phone. Obviously, it's my recording phones. And I noticed that for some reason it was like disconnected to my recording, so the game's still okay. The game is not crashing the audios. The only problem is sometimes my recording got disconnected in midway. It was annoying, and I admit I did a mistake. So far the game is actually good, and every time I say that I hate the games, but it's actually I really enjoy the games. The story is so good. In the previous episode, because I didn't make the conclusion in the previous episode, so I'm gonna make it into this intro, which is like isn't the whole new dialogues to me actually, because I didn't know there's another choice, and it was actually making sense because you pick Monica's. But ending up like having to apologize to NATSUKI, which is very making sense because I doubt this before. Sayori and Monika's kinda have a same depression level, and nobody wants Monika's to disband the club, so it's the reason why you have to pick Monika's over NATSUKI's after the festivals. Not before the festival though, because nothing's happened yet, and yeah, and those types of peoples are total a-hole, the D-bags. I didn't expect them to just only came for food. And to the new dialogues, and yeah, making peace is never easy, but it's just actually really sweet because in my second run, I was totally upset of the endings, but still, every time I say that I hate the games, I upset the endings, but it has to be there because the creators of this mod trying to help the audience to stick with the main point of the game, which is nobody's gonna have any happiness. But who knows, maybe in this episode the outcomes, I don't know, it's gonna be like a good endings, or I don't know, honestly, good ending or bad ending, I don't know, because persist or leave be is so hard to me at that time. So I hope NATSUKI is okay. My number one priority is trying to keep NATSUKI safe. And let's check the audios. Yeah, the audios getting good now. And also let's check the game folders. I hope everything is okay. And I'm really worried right now. I'm honestly really worried. And yeah, everything is still the same. Happy Thoughts still the same of original games. Yeah. Anyway, before we get into this, I just want to say that if you're under 13 years old, please be prepared yourself. Read the warning before you're playing these games. And this game is not a sequel. This is just a mod from the original games, Doki Doki Literature Clubs. This is not a sequel. This is not actually what happened next of the original game. This is just a mod to let everyone to just hang in with the games a little bit more. And honestly, it took so many time for a creator who made this mod, so I'm big respect for them. So yeah, let's get into the game. Beep beep beep, beep beep beep. Without opening my eyes, I hit the snooze button on my alarm clock. Unfortunately, the damage has already been done. With the irritated groan, I blearily sit up and check the times. Just about 9 her. I'm up pretty early. Do you have school? I get out of bed, trip. Oh. I don't think girls gonna want to see that. And head for the shower. The hot water hits my face and runs down my chest, forcefully jolting myself awake. I go through my usual shower routine, silently thinking to myself, showers are the best place to just think about yourself and reflect on everything. Yeah, I agree, because when you're taking your showers or even you're taking a bath, you want your mind to relax, enjoy to some people say that when you're taking showers or taking baths, your intelligence is trying to be increased, so guess that's why they are called shower thoughts. Yeah, I agree. You're giving up a lot of ideas when you're taking showers or bath though. Regardless, I'm certainly in no short supply on things to contemplate, especially given everything that's happened recently. Where to even begin? The morning after Natsuki stayed at my place. After a long walk, Natsuki and I went to... Oh! Okay. It would be better to actually they have the scenes when Natsuki and the main protagonist actually going to a police station as well. And yeah, there's one of the random intro that was said that more MCs and Sakurai route when, which actually I checked the websites and I it was the main protagonist's mom. Really, you shipping the teacher and the main protagonist's mom? Okay, I guess, but it's gonna be a worst nightmare for the main protagonist, I swear to you. After a long walk, Natsuki and I went to a police station. From there, everything became hectic really quick. Because, yeah, we are teenagers. Does police officer gonna trust us? In truth, it's all a huge blur of questioning and sitting in the bullpen for hours on end. I don't remember a lot of specifics. They label me as... Yeah. Really? I think Natsuki should be a witness, because Natsuki being affected by the situation when her father's attacked her, so she should be a witness. At that time, I just only sitting at home, didn't see what's going on, only seeing the victims telling the story, so how can I be a witness? It was a really long day, but in the end they brought Natsuki's dad in and he ending up confessing to the abuse. Okay. Definitely the scariest part the whole ordeal was when the alternative care service assessed Natsuki was going to have to stay at the child institution as she didn't have any nearby relative. Oh. That will make people having another question. Since country like Japan or Korea's have a lot of elderlies, so they gonna ask where's their grandparents. One of the few things I remember clearly from that day was the expression Natsuki gave me when we heard that she was scared. Yeah, Natsuki just tell the police that hey, we want to stay with my best friend, not boyfriend, or else that the police gonna suspicious us. And rightfully so too. All the stories I heard about childcare institutions like that haven't exactly been the best. Agreed. I wanted her to stay with me, but the police said since I'm the minor and my mom is out abroad, they couldn't do that. As much as that annoyed me at the time, I couldn't disagree with their reasoning. Besides, we got really lucky anyway. This really sweet older couples offered to foster Natsuki almost as soon as the notice was put out. Couple of days and a good amount of paperwork for everyone involved later, here we are. Fully washed, I turned the water off and begin to drying myself off. So, how many years does Natsuki has to face in prison? Man, there's so many dirty dishes, and with Natsuki coming over soon, I should really clean this up. As I'm cleaning up, it dawns on me on just how different things are for Natsuki now. She's been through so much, and I can only imagine how crazy life must be for her. She's living with a new set of parents, her dad's in custody. I don't know how she managed to put on a brave face and soldier through it all. She might be small, but her bravery knows no bounds. Is that Natsuki? Ah, right, as I finished with the dishes too. Also, honestly, after the second runs, when I have faced the really bad endings, I actually, you know what, just going for a day, going to sleep because I'm tired, having a bad mood afterwards, and then once I am calmed down on the next day, I'm going back to the games. And yeah, it was like that ending though. My god. Also, yeah, by the time you are watching these videos, I just want to wish you guys and girls a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. But I don't know if that's gonna be a Happy New Year's because of disease happening around, and I don't know it's gonna be better or not. But so far, most of the people are complaining that this year 2020 is gonna be the worst year. I have to agree. The hashtag #MeToo movements, as well as people rioting on the street, protesting against the face mask, just a nonsense thing, man. But not all of the people out there are bad. There's always think about positivity. There will be people who acknowledge that wearing face masks will not prevent you from breathing. Honestly, wearing a face mask is okay. You still can breathe. It's just harder to breathe, but it's actually something instead of nothing. So when you're going outside the street, please wearing mask. I'm not gonna lie, and it's just by the time I was recording these videos, like there are like over 10 million cases around the world now, and it was sad. I don't know what's gonna happen to next year. Still, we kind of have a lot of people being recovered, but yeah, sadly there's still people who pass away because of the disease. It's sad, but all we really want to do is just slow the spread. Alright, as I finished with the dishes too. I'm back! Hey Natsuki, but are you fine with childcare? And as loud as ever. Oh shop, you know you miss me. Yeah, I miss you. Can't argue with that, man. It's great to see you again, Nat. Honestly, I really miss Natsuki. Even in real life as well. After the previous episodes, I was like, it's really tough, and it was really harsh for me to the point that I'm just going that for a day and took times editing the background musics, and then doing other stuff, and then take a few days breaks, and then I'm going back to these episodes behind the scenes, man. And yeah, I'm finally calm myself down anyway. And yeah, if you are having a history of depressions, so please be prepared for yourself, as I really want to say that also. Yeah, it's nice seeing you too, iPhong. Natsuki walks over and we share the gentle hug. Aww. You can still tell that hugs feels like a bit foreign to Natsuki. As the way she embraced me doesn't feel as natural as it does with someone like Sayori. Still, I'm glad that she's able to give our hugs much more freely than before. I can imagine how warm the hugs is, because after sharing tragedies and then trying to seek out, I mean, that's the best thing when you seek out for help and someone will telling to trying to comfort you, and you feeling better, and when things going well afterwards, is I mean, it's a really nice feeling, man. I'm glad to see able to give out hugs more than before. Oh my god, Natsuki, you're fast. It's been a while since we baked anything in here. Yeah, I miss it, to be honest. Same. Guess that means we have to bake extra cupcakes to make up for all the time we lost. Sounds like a plan to me. Just don't expect me to eat a lot of them. Been trying to watch myself up late. Really? Yeah, I was stressed eating a lot throughout the whole transfer ordeal, so I'm trying to be better. Yeah, honestly, they bring back the white cat in the section in the previous episode. That's so sweet because it's honestly reminds some memories. When I just start going to Doki Doki literature clubs. I mean, just normal literature clubs in and like very first episodes. Man, I'm glad. I mean, I'm really happy they may bring that back for the reminder, though. So that makes me thinking. The choice between leave it be and just other options persist. It's gonna be like a really big option, a really big choice. Like you're gonna hit the good endings, or you're gonna be like hitting the worst possible ending ever. Like I'm guessing that if I let Natsuki to go grab her stuff, who knows, like her father could do something totally like extra horrible to her, like to the point that she injured, ruin her face, going to the hospital, or maybe even not living. But if I tell Natsuki not to risk it, which I persist in the previous episode, which yeah, honestly I admit that I kind of misunderstanding, but I did explain it like in my way, that try not to risking it, but I having a feeling that hey, it's Natsuki's choice. What can I do? I cannot force her to do anything, especially in love relationship. Everyone has a choice, so I had to take a risk. But it's still ending up like, hey, I'm not going to take a risk for this girl to get her things back by her own. She can ask for the police to capture her father instead, and then afterwards she can get her stuff. And that's a nice thing though. But now in this episode, ending up in the childcare, which is making sense. But what did Natsuki thinks? It's gonna be okay. I was just eating a lot of whole transfer ordeal, so I'm trying to be better. That's good. I want you to be healthy. Yeah, eating too much dessert is not gonna keep you healthy. I'm sorry, Natsuki, but for the people out there eating a lot of cakes, a lot of the sugars, sorry. It's time, like, hey, you know, I mean, we can actually doing the good things like Natsuki and the main protagonist making bento together. It's still savory, it's still healthy, so which is really nice. And I did remember that Japan's they really care about being healthy, so they cut down a lot of portions. So I understand why most foreign people they're not happy about it, even though they try to order large portion, but it's still ending up small portions for them. At the end of the day, it's really sad. Totally opposite of USA. When you order a really large portion, you get a totally massive. I'm not gonna lie, there's no way you can end up eating the portion in one day on your own. But yeah, that's good. I want you to be healthy. Maybe I should go on a diet too. Is that a joke? Duh. Besides, it's too much work. And anyway, Mayo and Takahiro said I needed to start eating more protein. Who are they? Are they your friends, Mayo and Takahiro? I nod my head in agreement. Probably best to listen to them. Yeah. Oh, I've been meaning to ask, by the way. Yeah. How's it been going with your foster parents? I mean, so she staying at like a host families, like for someone who like stay in the homestay area. That's what I'm guessing. They've been good actually. They both really nice to me. It's been a bit hard adjusting, but they have a lot. That's a relief. I'm guessing that they've been making you eat. Yeah. Takahiro is a chef of the house, but he's really not that good. Oh, so he's one of your foster parents. So I'm guessing Takahiro is foster father and Mayo is foster mothers. That move making sense because mostly host family, foster family does not allow for the new kids to get into the kitchen because they're afraid that they may make a mess in the kitchen. I totally relate to that. And even though I know how to cook, but it doesn't mean that I'm allowed to get into the kitchen with my host family when I'm studying abroad in USA. Like for 3.5 years though. But yeah. But I can bring myself to tell him his cooking stinks. Don't tell him I told you that though. Don't worry, I'm not a snitch. Good. I was thinking about helping Takahiro cook dinner too. Oh, that was a really good idea. That would be nice, so the foster family is gonna know your skills. Yeah, that's a great idea. Not only would you get to show up your cookings, but you also get to bond over it. Yeah, I'm glad to hear everything is going alright. How have you been feeling about all of this though? I'm fine. Say the truth, Natsuki. I did just say I've been eating more. Something tells me Natsuki not simply just okay. Natsuki, admit it, you missed the main protagonist and you want to do more like in this section. Also, can I skip Halloween because I've been through that section before? I mean, it's gonna be the same anyway. It's put the skip Halloween for a reason and it has scary contents. So yeah. Are we going to do this thing? And I don't know, the original creators of Doki Doki Literature Club, Stan Salvatore's or Team Salvatore's, I don't know if he's gonna react into this mod and sing this included. Something tells me Natsuki not simply just okay. Natsuki, you know what I mean. And yeah, you can realize that yeah, the audio of the games is good back right now. It's back right now because in the previous episodes I edit the background music to just like sudden stop, and the original games has like the fade in and fade out the musics, so you can actually really easy to recognize that. Natsuki, you know what I mean. Okay, it's okay to still feel negative emotions, you know, even if your circumstances have changed. Natsuki takes a moment to answer me. It doesn't look like she's trying to hiding some things. It's more like she's avoiding thinking about the subjects. Even though I edit the background music for the previous episode, it doesn't mean that I know what's gonna happen next. So I would be appreciate if you guys can go do not spoil anything in the comments down below. I mean, I don't know, is this gonna be like the end of this session, or maybe gonna be in the next episode, I don't know. But yeah, just not spoil in the comments section down below, because for now I only focus on this girl, because I did make a videos of this before. It's really cringy actually, and I like this girl a lot, but it doesn't mean that I'm not interested on the other girl as well. So it would be appreciated if you guys and girls do not spoil anything about the other option. And just if you want to actually comment, I mean, you can stay focused on the previous episode, or this episode is okay, but you know, the options that I already picked, so it's okay, but not to the option that I haven't picked. So yeah, I mean I went to the station this morning. I went to the station this morning. I paused eyeing on her. Why would you do that? I can see Natsuki shrug, biting her lips. I wanted to I did talk about this before. You still have feeling with your fathers. You wanted to see your dad. I mean, why? I reflexively stopped the urge to panic. She's obviously got a good reason, and jumping to conclusions won't do any good for anyone. Why? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ask. Why? Can I be honest with you, iPhong? You still have feeling with him? Oh, I don't like where this is going. Yeah. Hearing the music, something's bad gonna happen, isn't it? Did I pick poorly this time again? Also, by the time I was editing the background music for the previous episode, and I like the music a lot, and I'm really appreciate they put the music options into the setting configurations, which is who knows, for those people who want appreciation and spend time to listening to the soundtrack. I really like the soundtrack. They put so many feels, and I totally respect all the works that creator who make this mod works on it a lot. I mean, that's many people. There's even like, I'm glad that in the credit which is shown on the mod websites, there's playtesters. I'm glad that none of them spoil anything, and even they have a lot of musicians for the soundtrack too. I mean, that's a lot of work, and I cannot believe that. I mean, I always appreciate on the detail on the illustration as well, and they having the concept from the animes or the mangas or other visual novels, but they still able to stick with the original illustration that was like in the original games Doki Doki Literature Clubs, and they managed to change the atmosphere, change the weather, change day and night. Absolutely cool though. I mean, I'm not smart for the games industry and developments, but I'm just a gamer, you know. But honestly, to see experience the times they spend on, man, I mean, that's a lot of money, and they still giving this game as a free game. But yeah, totally respect on the original games to make the games free as well, and it's also making sense for the mod to do the same way, to make the mod to be free for everyone's. But that's a lot of works. I mean, you can actually go to their social medias like Discord or Twitter or on their website as well to maybe, you know, support their works, donate them or whatever you want. But honestly, I appreciate the works a lot. Okay, let's continue. I mean, I keep talking about how I like the atmosphere of the games. I really focus on that. Whenever I play the games, I'm always focused on the story, the illustration, the atmospheres, the time they take. And most of the other peoples out there, when they play games, they just only focus on the dialogues and the girls. Oh, I don't like where this is going. I really don't like where this is going. I miss him. How many years it has to take? Wait, what? I know he was awful and he hurt me, but he wasn't always like that. He's still my dad. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I can't have it. I'm the reason this happened after all. Not directly, but if I hadn't said anything, he wouldn't be in jail. I don't think that I would want to go back to that, obviously. I just wish I could have done something different. He's not a bad person, okay? I take a deep breath. I can't look away from Natsuki's eyes. She's pleading with me to give her a bone. Okay, really? Are we? And anything to make her not feel insane after all she's been through. All I can do is smile at her, hoping to convey what that I can understand. Well, not really understand, but at least accept what he's saying. I know, I wish we could have done something else, gone about this a different way too, but that's just how it happens. We can't change the past. As much as I might not want to, I hold my tongue. I can't say I'm thrilled by this revelation. The man beat her senseless. For still, it could have gotten worse if no one had intervened. I feel betrayed. All I tried to do was keep her safe, but it feels like she walked willingly back into the lion's den just to see if it would bite her. I just can't believe what I'm hearing. I close my eye in an attempt to calm the emotion welling in the deep recesses of my mind. No. If I want this relationship to succeed, I need to trust my partners. Either she's crazy or I am, though perhaps we both are, but who said that was a bad thing? God, this is really hard though. Your parents do bad things, but they still your parents. But I don't know about the drinking problems, man. I did watch like the Korean movies. I can say it's a movies, and there's someone did bad thing just because they're drunk, and then they charge him, and like, I mean, it's based on the true stories, and it. I mean, I don't know, he should be released like these years, and a lot of people are being outraged and scared about that guy, and I don't know. People, I don't know, what do you guys and girls think? When you have drinking problems and do something bad to the point that you commit crimes, would you charge less or you charge more heavily? Or even like a non-living sentence or life sentence? I don't know, leave the comments down below if you really want to talk about it. I know Korean peoples out there are really scared about that guy based on the true stories of that movie. Got drunk and do really horrible stuff to the point it's all over the news. Even make a movie out of it. And even the movie is not as bad as real life. The real life is even worse. And oh my god. It's at that moment that I realized something. She changed the way she talks about him after everything she's been through. I can't blame her. She's grown so much over the past few months that if you compare her to the way I met her and now, she'd be almost unrecognizable. But I wouldn't change one thing about her. I truly wish we could have resolved her home problems in a better way, one that allowed her to get free. But that's a fantasy. I know you're upset with me, but I needed to know why. I can't explain it, and I don't expect you to understand, just I need you to trust me. See, in the previous episode, I also like thought that I have to take a risk because I trust these girls. In real life, I would like trust nobody, but in relationship, you have to trust to each others. Even with friend relationship, you have to like a little bit skeptical, but you're gonna just talk to them that you're gonna trust them anyway. But for just being a little bit skeptical and see how other people is gonna do afterward. But honestly, it's really hard, man. She looks at me with the bleeding eyes. It's times like this when we are so close that I can really feel the difference in height and stature. She's tiny like a kitten. I admit that's true. I mean, of course I trust you. You don't need to explain yourself to me. I hold her tight, lightly stroking the back of her head just like you would do to a cat. Is she gonna feel uncomfortable or comfortable? But I guess that the main protagonist is hugging Natsuki. I will hug her as well. Like in this situation, you need to cheer someone up, have them feel sympathy, comfort, be there with that person. It's hard. Thank you, iPhong, for everything. I really do love you. I know I'll always be here for you no matter what. I love you too. Takes a long time for us to finally part. It had only been a few weeks, but it had felt like forever. It's really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. Hey, yeah. Please don't let go of me, alright? Sure, I won't. Wow! That transition. What? We done? Oh my god! Checking out for original concept. Oh my god, good directors. And there's our main protagonist, that's our guy. Hey, he's wearing jeans. That totally makes sense. That's what I really want to see. He looks absolutely cool. God, series. I mean that. Oh my god, that's so sweet. Totally artist though. Jacket for the poets. Curie. Living bullets, tactical cupcakes. Wow. And oh my god. Greg, Sasu, Afterlife Sama, So Swampert. Wow, you guys are. Oh! Even the puppy in this series. Are you kidding me? You're shipping my main protagonist mom with the sensei? Oh my god, thank you playtester for not spoiling everything. My god. Tiffany. Wow. Amy, oh my god, I didn't recognize you wearing a long socks. Wow. Video editing though. Wow. Special thanks Dan Salvatore, Spaghetto, Alpha Zeros, Matagrafters, and finally me? Yeah, for staying with us for the ride no matter how long it was. Oh, hey, that's our boy. That's my boy. And good ending. That's a good ending. Oh my god. Wow. Whew. Okay, let's check the folders, I guess. Anything happens? Nothing happens yet. Always just in case. But wow. I'm not gonna end this video yet. I mean, I really want to see what's gonna happen if I'm leave it be. If this lead to a good ending, if I pick other option, it's gonna be like the worst ending possible, or maybe I don't know. I'm gonna load games, and I'm gonna go to I don't know, dude. Wow, what a journey. I'm going to this section. I'm gonna do the same what I did in the previous episodes by skipping. I'm using my first run because yeah, don't steal anything ever again, because it's bad for your health, and gonna waste all the money to buy NATSUKI for the protein bars, and then buying Sayori's brownies. I mean, what a journeys. Talking about Sword Art Online, Bleach. I mean, I don't know Bleach, but at the end of the day, I did research, and it's really nice to learn something from the games. I mean, it's embarrassing, but it was so sweet. And also, the music changed rapidly when I skip. You can recognize that when I doing the background editing for the previous episodes. That's the totally difference. But that, my god. And yeah, it's a really long skip, but yeah, I really want to take time to talking about. Okay, never mind. Apologize to Natsuki and another skip. And my God, it's actually in real life also, because that no matter what, yeah, your parents be like doing bad things to the children, they still your parents, and children's like they getting so used to their parents a lot, and then it's just like you get too used to your parents and not getting used to the foster parents. I think yeah, having Natsuki to join with the foster parents is making sense. Yeah, I mean in the games I'm 17 years old, not enough for the 18, or maybe I'm still minors, even though that I'm over that age. And yeah, it making sense when Natsuki joined the foster families like a host family, but it's like Natsuki at first she gonna have limited freedom, because I'm totally respect on her skills of cookings, having so many memories, making white cat cupcakes in the beginning of the game, sharing with everyone, and then having the main protagonist when you picking this choice, and then you got to replicate the white cat cupcakes, and it just shows that you really care about Natsuki, the memories, all the things that you value the most, and having to experience the worst endings. I mean, still now, and I don't know what's gonna be the worst ending. Like, you don't know about Natsuki's abilities at all. You've been scolded by teachers and going to school late, and I don't know. It could be like the ending that I'm about to find out. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to this situation right now. So yeah. So the dialogue should have been talking like more clearly, but it's actually making sense in the conversations, and you cannot rely on what you're thinking on your head. You have to like stick with the conversations and asking like, what about your fathers? And then she said that no worries, father's not gonna be at that times. And then I actually thought that on the other way, I did make the misunderstanding in the previous episode, and I thought that Persis is gonna be like, I'm gonna taking risks, and let Natsuki can take her stuff, and then yeah, because I totally trust Natsuki. That's what I said in earlier these videos. I trust Natsuki. That's what she would do in a real life relationship. You trust each other's, and I honestly thought that if I let her stuff be, which means that she gonna get mad at me, but it's actually in the conversation's perspective, it's actually Persis is still like, hey, just stay with the main protagonist, don't risk it, and leave it be like I'm ignore the problems. So I don't know. I did take a risk on picking Persis because obviously that's what you guys and girls really want to see, and also what most of the audience would do the same, because like Libby is like ignoring problems, Persis is you trying to do something, and it's just like got your eye, and Libby is like the same. I'm skipping, saying nothing, and just go home or anything. So it's just got your eye. You're picking these options, and I was like, I'm gonna take a risk about it. Since we already have the ending for this option already, which leaves only this option. But I'm not sure about this. I need to prepare for my mentor, because I'm thinking that this option It's like do or not living. You got a best ending or you got the worst ending, or maybe like the worst ending is my second run, but I don't know. This could be even worse than that, because yeah, if you say so, Natsuki, you know your database after all are just in your decisions. Yeah, thanks, don't worry so much about it, I know what I'm doing. Do you want me to come with you? Bad idea. No, I'm scared he tried to get you arrested or something if you come inside. That is absolutely true, but I did talk about this before in the previous episode. I don't think Natsuki gonna have enough times. How many of her stuff in her house? Is she gonna have enough time to prepare for her suitcase? Now I'm scared trying to get you arrested or something if you come inside. Besides, I'm not grabbing much, just some clothes and mangas. That's still a lot. That's still a lot. Are you sure you'll be alright? Yes, iPhong, don't stop worrying about me. But that's what they pay me for. Natsuki giggles. You're an idiot. Yeah. Can we stay like this? Of course. I'm assuming you also want to stay the night. Yeah. You can have my bed. Uh-oh. Where are you gonna sleep? Oi! Oi! Why you being enabled back? Enable this one. Okay. In my bed. But oh, I don't try anything. Not anything physical yet. Of course not. Good. There's a long silence before either of us speak. We just lie there next to each other. We aren't even cuddling, just taking up opposite sides of the bed. Earlier I considered letting her use my mom's bed, but I quickly shot down the idea. That would just be weird. Granted, this is weird enough, but I didn't want her sleeping on the couch, and I don't exactly want to sleep there either. Why don't we have spare room? Or a blow-up bed, like a two-layer bed, a two-floor beds. Literally anything would save me from this awkward situation. I mean, I know most guys at my age would jump at this opportunity, but I'm not exactly one of them, not in this situation. I just want to help her. More than anything, I want to do whatever I can do to keep her safe. And it feels weird, lying in the dark with her, being in the same bed, yet not being able to see her face. I mean, what I'm gonna think about the mistake is trying to have Natsuki sleep in the same bed of you, and someone got the wrong idea, you're ending up in the jail anyway. It's still like worse. I can possibly thinking about the worst scenarios is gonna happen right now, which I remember from the hashtag #MeToo movements, people having false accusations, people ending up in jails innocently, and that could happen. Being in the same bed yet not being able to see her face. Granted, at least that means I don't have to see her bruises, and I can still tell that she's awake, as I can practically hear the gears in her head grinding. I know she's bothered by the conversation we had before, but I don't know what else to do. Besides shaking my head slightly, Natsuki apparently noticed because she stopped talking. Oh my god! You creepy! Jesus, I'm sorry, Natsuki. I'm the type... Man... I'm sorry. You just scare me. You just scare me. I think it would be better for you to like either having a bandage covering your eyes, and then I was trying to think about some stuff and you startled me like, oh my god. Imagine in the same scenarios, like you're sleeping on the opposite side, and so often your opponents do the same, and then you just cannot sleep at all, thinking about some things, and then you're suddenly looking back and still like someone suddenly staring at you. right at the bed. Oh my god, you never seen the end of it. Can't sleep either? Nah, too much on my mind. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. I'm glad that you can't sleep either. I mean, not that I'm glad you can't sleep. It's just that it's less weird and lonely if you're awake with someone else. Yeah, same. So, wanna talk about what's on your mind? Nah, it take too long to explain, and we're gonna have like sleep deprived. Well, we got all night. I let out a half-hearted, clearly uncomfortable chuckles. We do have all night, don't we? Oh, that is making sense because we talk about situation at night. We get up late, don't get enough time for the police stations, and then father's gonna find out we in the situation, and we ending up like split up by her fathers, and I can ending up in arrested. That's what I'm trying to guessing. The worst scenarios could happen. We do have all night, do we? Somehow the thought of sleeping next to a girl I love is just making me uncomfortable rather than anything else. Can't quite put my finger on it, but it's probably related to the situation we're in. I want to protect the girl next to me, not, you know. Alright, that's a lie. But hey, I'm a teenager, right? 17, Natsuki 16. Even so, I'm not stupid. I can keep these thoughts to myself so long as she doesn't provoke. That still reminds me, in real life, when the main protagonist becoming 18, Natsuki still have the opportunity to move to the main protagonist's house, because at that time Natsuki is 17 years old, main protagonist 18 years old, and Natsuki experienced 1 year with the foster families already, having enough experience to actually letting Natsuki to, you know, in the good ending to stay with the main protagonist's house. But I don't know. What if her father being released in that ending? I mean, I don't know how many years he gonna be in cell. Hey, you're right, you're moving around a lot. I can't even breathe anymore, every muscle in my body tense up. This can't be happening. I feel her roll over to face me. I know this is going to sound weird, but here it comes, the worst that will spell my inevitable doom. Are you glad you met me? Oh my god, we're talking about everything from the beginning. Ever since from the literature clubs, in the main protagonist's minds. The clubs is full of girls. I'm totally glad I met most of you. I'm at a complete loss for words. I take a deep breath, crisis averted, I hope. Oh my god. I'm interesting. It's gonna be the episode I'm gonna see 2 endings. I mean, beep beep beep, waking up late, aren't we? Beep beep beep. Yeah. Without opening my eyes, I hit the snooze button on my alarm clock. Those dang things are minions of the devil, I swear. Yawning, I sit up in bed very quickly and notice Natsuki isn't here. Leave a goodbye note, isn't it? Oh, weird. She insisted on us sharing a bed last night, but she's not here. I grumbled to myself. I was looking forward to the early morning cuddling you see couples do in movies. She's probably in the bathroom downstairs. I wonder how the visits to the police station will go today. Never been in this situation before, so I got no idea what to expect. Truth be told, I'm kinda nervous. Ah well, only one way to find out. Start outside the bathroom's door. Oh no, are we gonna see Natsuki doing something weird? Okay. Morning. I fully prepared for this. I'm totally prepared for this. I have the censorship overlay, and I don't know. Is the next scene is gonna be Natsuki doesn't respond. Well, looks like she's gonna be downstairs munching on my food. But to my surprise, the kitchen is also empty along with the living room. Huh. So that must mean... Oh no, Natsuki! Wait, hang on. Bad feeling about this, let's check the folders. Refresh. Natsuki is still in the folders. But I don't know if she's okay. Natsuki, just don't do anything rash. Go back upstairs in the second time. Hey Nat. You in there? Try to open my door and to my surprise it's unlocked. There's no one in here. Where's Natsuki? I mean, remember the conversation last night? She went to get her stuff. However, since we already witnessed the good endings, you won't see the end of it. Put my phone out and call her. My god, it's gonna be ending the worst way, isn't it? I can think of the worst scenarios. To my dismay, it goes to voicemail after ringing for a couple seconds. I can't help but feel prickles of fear at the back of my neck. Where in the heck could she be? Call her again, she doesn't answer us. A thought pops up in my mind. I shake my head, desperately trying to get rid myself of it. Doesn't work. The thought only becomes more ingrained in my mind as if it's been branded into my skull. I can't ignore the possibility anymore. It's probably just me being paranoid, but I just checked the front door. It's unlocked. This isn't happening, right? There's no way. In desperate panic, I throw my shoes and coat in a rush outside. Christ, it's foggy. Dangerous. I orientate in myself in the mist and run in the direction of Natsuki's house. Also foggy makes like white teams. They trying to control the blurriness of the sceneries. That's so awesome. But at the same times, I'm gonna get the bad feeling about this. I'm sprinting as fast as my legs will take me, but I don't feel any pain or fatigue, just worry. Even if I try to focus on my breathing or aching in my sore legs, that thought launches itself to the front of my mind and I just keep running. God, which way? It's not possible. Crap! Like this only happens in movies and stuff. No. I mean, it could become reality. This isn't happening, I'm just overreacting. I should go home. What will happen if I'm wrong? She might have gone for a walk to clear her head, right? No. It might be cold, but that's never stopped me before. And she's a lot more stubborn than I am. I have to be wrong, I just have to be. Need to stop before this comes back to bite me. No. Stress up just sitting around would do that to me. I need to do this. I need to find her. I need to know that she's safe. Almost there. I can feel the adrenaline feel blood rush to my brain. I begin to drown out my surroundings. The world around me fades away, lost in the mist. All I can think about is Natsuki. I need to make sure. Even if she went back, it was probably just to get her things, right? I know she wouldn't. Remember what Monica said? Hero complex. You fainted, isn't it? Crash. Ow! That's what I get for not paying attention. Leave it to me to trip on the rock at the worst time. Oh my god, are you gonna like pass out? I mean, a lot of people would think that rock is just so small things, the innocence. However, if you're trying to touch with a rock with your bare hand, you can realize how sharp that is. Just a teeny tiny rock can just drop on your head can actually lead you to the hospital bed. I quickly inspect the damage. My hands and elbows are covered in blood and strip debris. The size of blood forces me to stop and finally focus. Suddenly the pain hits me as one like a giant brick. Ah, dang it! Particularly bad is my left elbow, which took the brunt of the fall. Wiping my hands out on my shirt, I stand up. clutching my elbows to try and stem the bleeding and press on. That's where I noticed police lights shining like a lighthouse through a thick ocean fog. Stop. Not living in my track, my arms falls from my elbow and blood rushes to my fingertips till I can hardly feel the pain anymore. I knew it! This is Natsuki's house. No, does that mean? Wait, she's not gone yet? I knew it! No! No, 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 no! Please, God, no! Oh, God, please, no! 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 Oh my God. What happened? Did she? Excuse me, sir, you can't be here, the area is off limits. Why are you covered in blood? I'm completely frozen. For some reason, I can't bring myself to say a single word. Just stare blankly at the police officer. Hello, are you alright? I tripped. That looks like a nasty injury. You should sit down. Yeah, you should. I mean, the ambulance is there. What's your name? iPhong. Okay, iPhong, take a seat and take a deep breath. I don't move. I couldn't if I tried. I can feel more than blood leaving my body now, rolling down my face, but I can't even bring myself to wipe it away. All I can do is stand there looking at this house. I can't even form coherent thoughts anymore. Only one word pierced through the black veil. Natsuki. Natsuki? How do you know that name, iPhone? Why are you here? What happened? We received a phone call from a neighbor. They heard Ray's voice with what sounded like a fight. Unless my brain starts to stutter, I need to know. Ray's voice? If you don't mind me asking, how exactly do you know Natsuki, sir? I need to answer the question. I can tell the officer is getting suspicious, but not one part of my body is responding. I feel the lump form in my throat. I choke on it, almost unaware that I hadn't been breathing. I tried several times to speak, but the veils continue closing over. Even though I've been told nothing, since nothing, know nothing about what happens, I know everything. I knew that this might happen and this is all my fault. I find the resolve to clench my fist, praying to every god there is that I'm wrong. She's my girlfriend. I should not have said that. I'm just like her classmate. The better answer is her classmate. You cannot say girlfriend, boyfriend to the police. A remorseful look falls upon the face of the police officer. I'm so sorry. My God. He points over to his right at an ambulance. Wait, her bruises. I mean, I would feel sad with this, but illustrators, you should not forget about the bruises. But it's sad. I knew it. I guessed it. I guessed it. I mean, it's a cheap shot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I guessed it. I've been seen like movies a lot. I cannot list them, and I kind of forgot about the movies. But it also happened to like any other games, like Until Dawn or the games in PlayStations. I don't have PlayStation, the game consoles, but yeah, that's one type of games that at the end you get angry. I mean, oh my God. I mean, at least the good endings I found earlier may, help me feel better anyway. But I mean, I'm glad that I picked this decision last. But I mean, it's pretty obvious because you guys and girls would do the same things. Persis is a decision that is actually caught a lot of people's eyes, and then they should have trying to make people having a real hard time for the ending choice, and then oh my god, it would lead into either way not to bias, which is gonna make the game much cooler, and people, I mean the majority of people going to pick Persis because it's got their eyes, and I was like, man, taking risk. But it's ending this way. I mean, the illustrator could have added bruises on the eyes to try to make people remember the detail, but man, what did her father do? Stab wounds? Okay. Is she? Please. I'm far beyond words right now. Every fiber of my being has given up. I dread the worst. The officer will speak next. I don't want to hear it. I can't hear it. I will never forgive myself for hearing these words. We did what we could. By the time we got here, she was gone, and her father was hysterical, going on about how it was an accident and that he didn't mean it. You a-hole. There was nothing we could do. I'm sorry. For a moment, I almost believed him. I want to say that I snapped at that moment. I wish I had been given godlike power to rewrite time and space, but it wouldn't matter. Nothing matters not anymore. But the folder still have NATSUKI in there, and the games remain the same. It would be cool to actually, that stuff happens, and then the character's files gonna be deleted, but it's gonna ruin the game because the point of the games that you want to actually experience the ending and then go back to the games anyway, and getting the characters being deleted is kind of broke the games, and then you cannot having a normal Doki Doki Blue Skies at the beginning of the games. That's the problem. So I mean, it would be cool though. I mean, I really want to do it just in case though. Nothing matters not anymore. But the truth is, I broke a long time ago. I brought all of this pain upon myself. I brought pain to her. I did this. There's no way around it. Hey, where are you going? Oh no. Are you doing this to the main protagonist? Doing a Romeo and Juliet effect? No. No. This isn't. Why? I dropped to my hands and knees, tears streaking down my face. The world itself weighs down upon me as I cry out every last bit of strength I have. Now the entire world's weight isn't anything compared to this. I clench my hands into face. What have I done? I want to scream. I want to tear my lungs apart. I want to claw my eyes out, to rip my heart from my chest. Try to scream, but there's nothing, not a sound. Can't even move anymore. All I can do is watch my tears mix with blood on the floor. Is this mine? Is this her? Will I ever know? I never know. I don't want to know. I don't want to think. I don't want to breathe. I don't want anything. No, I want nothing. Never want to feel anything again. I collapse to the floor, pouring my heart out to the empty, uncaring void. No one is here. No one to hear me scream. No one to care. No one nothing. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve anything. If NATSUKI isn't here, then what have I worked so hard for? Was there more I could have done? But no matter how many questions I have, there's no answer. There never will be. Only pain. I'm pathetic. So freaking pathetic. Why? Why me? Why now? Why her? Why? 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 And gonna leave end like that, yeah. It would be cooler if you make like end like in the mirror effect. And which I make a thumbnails in like the second runs as well. I'm gonna do it in these thumbnails, by the way, because we did 2 endings. I mean, I'm gonna check more. I mean, you know what? I mean, I know what you guys and girls really want. Want to see the good ending credit again? Fine, I'm gonna skip. And honestly, by the time I really want to talk about this, and also, wow, you skipping this as well? Well, bloopers. Okay, that's a bloopers for me. You know what? I'm not gonna skip all the way. And then I'm just gonna slow skip until this girl gets near. Okay, please don't let go of me, alright. And then here we have it. We're gonna see the good ending credit. Transition, sweet memories, all the illustration, they're working. You guys really want having your eyes bleach. You have it. And it's really nice they put like the space in the beginning as well, because that's the whole point. It's just a mod. Monica said that, hey, you download the mod, right? And then like Monica is in the middle of space, the blackness, and yeah, that happens, and then it's just moving to coloring. Totally details as well. Wow, Tiffany's as a writers, okay. Rashi, Scratch Punk, Black Rabbit artworks. Oh my god, you good artist. That makes sense. And the colors representing the characters, but they still putting MP Buzz, Mr. PA, Mr. MPA. Wow. I mean, honestly, Shiori looks actually really cool. At the Monica's. I mean, that makes sense because Shiori's, according to the game, she's Monica's friends. And then slip to the ship that the game creators really want. The main protagonist mothers with the sensei. I mean, I don't know. That's gonna be happen, but I don't know. I feel bad for main protagonist. And Amy to be put for the last. I mean, wow. Curie. Crash Punk for fan for the website. Curie for the videos from the ending credits. And also, I mean, Natsuki and Yuri getting along together with the Huggy. And the V-pose Monica do for Yuri. And our boys with Sayori with the selfie. And that's the end. I mean, turn up the music. And I just really want to like, I mean, it's a really good journey as well. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Really, man. I mean, by the time you're watching this episode, this videos is around Christmas, holidays, and Happy New Year's. And as I said, I want to wish you guys and girls a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. But I still doubt the New Year's gonna be better because of the disease happenings. And I don't know if there's maybe more people will acknowledge the advantage of using masks. And there will be like more open like tourism or flights. I mean, my god, the disease have affected a lot about tourism as well as the working condition and students who are studying abroad as well, like a lot. But yeah, think of the bright side, the disease can helping to like protect the ozone layers of the earth. I don't know, is that true? I did see the news, but you know, it makes sense when less cars down the road. So yeah, let's go back to the games. And I also really want to like add on like trying like making overall like conclusion in the route that I did, which is obviously you guys can go recognize as its NATSUKI route, but I don't believe that it's the full NATSUKI route, because what I really like the idea is the games is trying to help you guys and girls to pick on your logics, not to pick like the route and it's gonna be like so totally biased, and really want to pick to logic, you know. And in my first run I thought that hey, in the first game it's gonna be like decide which girls you're gonna be with, which is original games ideas, that it's not totally biased. And it's not biased when you're first playing the games, it's just only picking words, and I'm totally get and the game's gotten like reputation from the news, which is I did mention before, though not blamed onto the games, but I can have younger siblings, and most of the games, the children games they play, that it's just basically word choice, word picking, learning English, and it has like sweet songs, and it's like my parents, they need to be more responsible and try to look into detail, and is animation, is cartoon, is they are meant to be for only for kids, and adults need to be responsible to do a research, and they were like, hey, it's not all the stuff is for kids, so they need to like check out what the kids are doing to find out if they're watching something healthy, what they're doing is totally healthy. And yeah, as I make an edition on that episode, that videos, and I'm at that time I was thought that it's gonna make like misunderstanding you guys and girls, like, you know, make misunderstanding that I'm supporting the news. However, I said nothing. I don't say anything about supporting the news. I only said that I don't know is that true or not at that times, but at the end of the day, don't blame the games, blame the responsibility. The games do nothing wrong. It keeps warning multiple times, and then like you just basically like just blame on the games. And I have been in that scenarios before, and it also the part of the reason why I'm not good at tactical games. Like for example, Fortnite, CSGO, they do have like warnings that it's not suitable for children because they have violent shootings and killing someone not living. And I get they are big games, good games, and they actually epic game as well. Honestly, not gonna lie. And having parents or teachers or even like government politicians to blame on the games is totally uncalled for, and they need to read the warning. And I totally get like some countries like in Vietnam, like we don't have the age restriction laws like in USA or any country in Europe or Japan, Korea at all. Like we are like most search on the action animations or action movies, and I don't know if that's true, but it just yes, there will be some country they don't have age restriction rules, and it likely to be like bad things gonna be happens, especially like you're having to deal like this episode you did mistakes, and right at the end, and it just gives you like total desperations and getting angry. I mean, honestly, yeah, in the second runs, yes, I'm getting angry, and afterward, and I feel like I'm gonna stop for days. I mean, I know my responsibility. If afterward I pick the bad choice, getting like the endings like not many people gonna like, and it just like hits you hard, you have to stop. There will be stopping points. You need to take a break, go to sleep, and then on the next day you can still go back to playing the games and want to know what will happens. And I'm gonna do the same into these sections because I got like 5 runs and 5 endings. I can say that this is 4 runs. However, I want to say in like 4th run and 5th run because like 2 endings of course. And since when you already hit the ending, I mean you've finished the run, so I would be safely to say that this episode we're gonna end like the 4th run and the 5th run. It's weird for you at first, but if you hear my explanation, I think that you will get it. But yeah, honestly, I don't know what series route gonna be. I don't know what Yuri route's gonna be. I don't know what Monica route's gonna be in the extras. And so far I'm not gonna look into that, but honestly after that I'm gonna take a break anyway. But I still really enjoy when the games like having to put you into the logics to pick the choice and not just gonna be biased and pick on full routes, or else it's gonna be lead into like it's fixed onto real life as well. You cannot be a hero all the times. There are hero complex which is Monica mentions about. You when you are being with your lovers for a very long times, you always say that you care for them. Same things with parents, like parents care for their children a lot. You will become like overprotective on that individual, and that make other people will get upset, uncomfortable, and not feel much freedoms, and it totally makes sense. So it kind of leaves like either neutral or bad endings, and which I'm gonna say I'm not gonna lie, second ending is still bad, but this ending that I'm currently I mean just finish it, and it's the worst ending. It's the worst ending. I mean you can make a comparison like the worst ending, bad ending, neutral ending, good ending, and best ending, which I'm doubt that they since Natsuki happened like 5 endings, maybe like series maybe have 5 endings or 4 or 3 endings, I don't know. Yuri may be having the same, but I honestly don't know. Good game so far. And talking about Natsuki's perspective and persist or leave it be, that's the things I really want to talk about. Since the previous episode and that hits me hard, tough decisions, and I decide that I'm just gonna go it like immediately, not making conclusions. And I also admit I messed up about the background musics. The games do nothing wrong. The audio of the music is not crash. It's just like my recording disconnect the audio of the game for no reason, and I don't understand why at that times, and I don't know since when that happened. So that kind of make me angry, and I don't want to show it on cameras because it kind of make you guys and girls like really upset, and I don't want that to happen. So I have to do the best I can to like still having background musics and trying to get you guys and girls still feel the games. And yeah, and honestly at first I got a misunderstanding about to persist or not to persist. And I mean you guys and girls would do the same things either way. I mean the leave it be options, I mean it's like having more wordings, and it's just like hinting you like to either just basically having like the same option as the previous option, like just to go home or to say nothings. And which Natsuki has that choice before, buy her rice or say nothings. And Natsuki only talking like, hey, my father's not gonna be around that times, so it would be okay. And I was like, should I trust her? And I would not take a risk to persist to Natsuki because I think that I should trust her. But at the end of the day, I reread the dialogues. It said nothing about what I'm thinking, and it's just saying persist or leave it be, which is totally fitting to real life, because in that situations you don't have time to think about this. You have to pick immediately and in the middle of the conversations, and you need to think immediately, and you need to pay attention to a dialogue as well. And that's at that time when you're picking a decision, there's no dialogue, there's no history menu, so you're more likely gonna mess up. So it's also important for you to stay focused on dialogue, and that's what I messed up at that time, because I was so focused on the illustration and as well as the atmosphere of the games and the characters reactions. And my god, honestly. And I decided to pick persist because I know what you guys and girls are thinking. You guys and girls would pick the same way because it's caught your eye. It's being totally biased because of the wordings, and I was not likely to take a risk at that times. Yes, it's a misunderstanding, but I'm glad that it actually the dialogues gonna lead me to not gonna take a risk about it. So it's both ways, so I feel relief afterwards. And then I'm really be, which is like I'm ignore the problems, and I'm just gonna basically gonna let Natsuki to gonna take a stop. However, what I'm thinking about the good endings, it still actually makes sense. It will make few people's like getting upset about it, because like most of the people want Natsuki's to have like the adult scenes since the games are hinted out, and have like there will be like censorship or some things. So it will make some people upset about it and not be able to see that. I totally get it, but honestly, it's still based on the story, so it's still nice though. At the end of the day, the teenage age or overs. And Japan's legal age is over 13 years old, but I don't know because sometimes if you're like making like adult scenes for the original characters, I don't know, the original creators, Team Salvatore's gonna happy about. But it's still nice. The credit thanking for Team Salvatore's, Dan Salvatore's, my god. But yeah, sometimes like when the character having such a histories, and there will be adult scenes in there, and who knows, people will get outraged about it. And it happens like other games before. It's not in the adult scene, it's just like in the different concept, and people get mad about it. And however, it's all important that this mod helps people like just to like like experience the different side of the stories of the original games. And as I mentioned in the beginnings of the videos, this is not a sequel of the original games. This is not Doki Doki Literature Club 2. is just a mod. This is just a mod. I also wishing for Doki Doki Literature Club 2 from the original creators Dan Salvatore as well. I would be interested to know like how the games will be evolutions, how better it becomes, like making character fast being disappear, having a secret message. It will be like even be better if the games hinted out the Morse code and the ASCII code, like having like way more advanced for the players to actually like feeling like the game's breaking the fourth wall and trying to find the hidden message out it and trying to understand the characters. It would be fun, but so far I think let's just keep it simple. And I'm not a game developer, I'm not a game coder, I'm not good at even computer science, and there's no way I can make the games that good, and I don't plan for even making any games. I just only like playing games and trying to react into the games, the details, the games. I believe the game's getting better, it's getting more advanced, getting more like feel more open, and I'm also really glad that Doki Doki Literature Clubs, my very first gameplay I made into this channel, and yes, I have to admit it's failed miserably because I just totally new at these social medias at that times, and then having to delete the whole playlist and trying to replay the games again. I mean like 3 times. And it's really cringy. Even when you're watching a live stream, it's cringy as well. And yeah, which I really want to start over by playing Doki Doki Blue Skies, having like first time reaction, not doing too, you know, not doing too cringy things. I mean, there's some moments I talk like a little Japanese. I mean, the games is like Japanese atmosphere, but I'm non-Japanese speakers, and it just simply people gonna think that I'm a weeaboo or maybe like otaku or some things. But originally, I'm not. I don't watch much animes. Behind the scenes, I did watch a lot. Of slice of life animes and shoujo animes, but it doesn't mean that I'm otaku because I only watch the girls animes, that one type of genres. But as I also say, I haven't watched Bleach. I did watch online, spend a lot of hours there, and you cannot imagine Bleach has a lot of opening songs. I mean, it would be a lot of ending theme song as well, and I was like, it's gonna be that one of the animes like One Piece or Black Rovers. It's gonna, spend so many times, hours taken, wasted. Like, if you enjoy what you are doing, and yeah, you would think that you don't waste any times, but honestly, from 21 years of age, that years that you have to work for societies, and it just feels sad that you have to manage your times more often, and there will be the times you feel stressed out, having headaches and a lack of sleep, which I experienced a lot before, and it's really hard for me to like pick a day to take a break, since this channel is small. But I really want to do it frequently, and doing the live stream would be a good idea, but not a good idea for like playing like the games that would spoil too much. So I really want to like making the episode to episode to episode to make you guys and girls like continue hyping up, and yeah, and honestly, going to the bad endings, I can say the worst ending that I encountered in this episode, and I see it coming, but yeah, I really interested to know other people's reaction, what the other people's gonna think about it, and And I honestly like I guess that it may be the type of games that at the end you have to choose wisely to get the best ending, or if you choose poorly you get the worst ending. And I totally know about that, and I guess that because I watch other people playing Until Dawn. I can say the Man of Medan as well. The games that actually that having a lot of endings based on your choice, and I really like how the game's putting you into a logic. So I'm actually really proud to say that this is not a full round game. This is the only the choice you pick based on your logic. So yeah, honestly I'm gonna do the same with Sayori's and Yuri's runs, and of course after the Natsuki route, not full Natsuki route, because I picked Sayori's as to do something before the festivals. I don't think that's gonna matter anyway, but yeah. And I really want to spoil a little bit what's gonna happen in the next episodes. That since I'm taking a break after these outcomes, maybe I'm not gonna wearing the same clothes, and either that maybe who knows, I'm still gonna play the games with my lights off because it's making the game scary. And of course I'm gonna skip Halloween's because it doesn't matter. It been put for a reason, and it just like it doesn't have jump scare, but it has the contents that you having to play the real horror games as Cookery, Sans, Charlie games, Sister games, or Ouija board games. And I really want to skip that section because I still remember the event that the social media influencers, they fake people who passed away, and just playing those types of games is just basically straight on disrespectful. And I totally agree. My first runs, I have my first experience of playing that game, so I don't know. So in the future runs I'm gonna skip Halloween because I guess it's gonna be the same things anyway. And of course I'm not gonna skip the adult scenes, but of course there has to be a censorship in these social medias. But what I'm playing is there's no censorship at all, but for the sake of these social medias, unfortunately I'm gonna censor it. But still, I will be able to edit and maybe the script, or maybe who's talking what. But yeah, and I mean the worst ending is we've seen that I mean we guessed it. It's pretty obvious. There will be a choice at the end of the games. When you pick wrong, you most likely like King is so upset, and you may end up like it hits you hard, and you pick good, and you end up like having like the best result ever, and you feel like full of joy. And yeah, I still like how the game still keep the concepts on Doki Doki. The original Doki Doki Literature Clubs has mentioned that there is no happiness at all. No matter what you did, no matter what you do, no one's gonna be happy. And I like that. I think what the game can do better is when you're having the bad endings, you can actually make a mirror effect on the world end. And it would make like after you having experienced the bad endings, the mentally is still like they feel like it's hit them hard, and the way they see the end and ending, I mean the END, at the end with the back with the black screen getting mirrored like from the original games when there's it's not actually an ending, it's just like a jump scare when Natsuki got her neck being lean. I mean, I can actually do the thing, but it's not too lean, or else you can actually hurt your own neck. And it's just actually like the same thing as you break your knuckles in your fingers. And it would be better when you make like ending in mirrors, when you got like a bad endings. I mean, it still hints the gamers anyway, but it would be better to make like a scary atmosphere. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the mod could have been better, but the story was absolutely perfect. And I don't know if we're gonna make the sequel of the mod. Of course, it's not a sequel from the original game, but I don't know that it's gonna make like the sequel of the mod, like Doki Doki Blue Skies 2. We don't know that, but we still have plenty of times. I mean, come on, like how many months with this journey, with these 5 runs? And Sayori, I think, like, I don't know, it would be like the same amount of times after 29 episodes. Like, my god. And who knows? I mean, it could be like next year, 2021. I mean, Doki Doki Blue Skies, and with the Sayori's and Yuri's routes, and then and we're gonna straight into the extra. And yeah, it's like a really fun things to do when people who enjoy this journey, and people can actually just moving forwards to just trying to by some time, when who knows, the creator who make this mod may be making a sequel of this mod, like Doki Blue Skies 2. I mean, come on, every time you want to finish the games, every time you finish the games already, like people will ask creators of the mod, like, hey, the game was a big success, can you make a part 2 out of it, can you make a sequel out of it? But I don't know, what the creators of the mods had in mind. I mean, there's a plenty of mod out there you can actually experience. However, it's just not story wise, it's just only like basically news on what happens around us. And at that time, like, I was like only focused on my main games in this channel, also games, and as well as other things that I do, like Nekoparas, and trying to like do everything to buy some times to actually, like, when in real life you're having like really busy stuff, so you're being stressed out, you need a break, and you try to make a schedule videos out of it, and trying to make it like into the series, like from weeks to weeks to weeks. I mean, it's still like a really good ideas. However, the video is not fresh, but as long as the explanation from the beginning of the videos, as I did mention from the very first episodes, or maybe in the second episode of this gameplay, that I'm playing the games all at once. But of course, the game is way too long, and then I'm likely more like spend 4 or 5 hours of the games, and then going to sleep when I'm tired, because like I'm playing in the dark and it's overnight, and it's not healthy when you spend like there's actually like the games who make like for the gamers to play like 50 hours, and there's no way I'm gonna spend times like playing 50 hours at all once, because I may get dehydrated, I may be like pass out in midway. So health is all that matters. And yeah, honestly, a lot of reference been put in the game, which is absolutely nice, so making people blend into real world as well. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, and when every time I said the games that I hate the games, it's actually the opposite. I like the games. Every time I say that I hate the game just because of the scary things, just because of the bad endings, it's the opposite. I like the game story. I like the game concept. I like how they plan out the choice systems, and as well as all the work they put on the effort into it. I mean, my God, playtester, thank you guys and girls. I mean, some of you guys and girls are being involved into writing poems, or maybe like still. Thank you guys and girls for not spoiling on social medias. I mean, I see some of the thumbnails on the videos that they play the mod before it was fully released. I don't watch it. I don't like the spoilers because I heard there's a trailers and there will be a full release. They confirmed that it was done, and they still be gonna update, but it's not like update much. It's only a dialogue update to fix the grammars and just to fix the wording. That is all that matters. And people like always like gonna see like, hey, there's the wrong spelling there. There will be like wrong grammars out there, and then they asking the creator who made this mod to fix it, which is I'm gonna give them sometimes, and I'm gonna take like totally like long break after this route. And yeah, that is my plan, because by the time I was recording these videos, I'm still in USA, and yeah, I'm stressed at that times for unable to going back to my home country, Vietnam. Yes, I homesick, and in real life I'm not being infected. I'm still healthy, but you never know. Because that you look healthy, but you never know that you may be getting infected. Like nobody know 100% sure, even though that you're healthy going outdoors with your mask on. But there's no 100% guarantee, because you don't test it out on the clinics or hospital or in the airport when they check on your health condition yet. So that is all that matters. And I'm the type of people, when I'm traveling around, I don't want to spread disease even though I'm healthy. And I said that a lot of times. Please wear masks. Masks don't prevent you to breathing. You're still able to breathe when you're wearing masks. And wearing masks is just not only protect yourself, but also protect for others. And everyone has to wear masks, not just people who are sick. Everyone has to wear masks. And as well that, and honestly, I don't know if USA are doing better nowadays, but so far I see that the buses, they are trying to reinforce the place to sit and trying to keep social distancing, which is obviously really nice. Going outdoors, seeing more people wearing masks now. And sorry for my bad English, for my bad pronunciations. And also people give away each other's neighborhood, give away each other's supplies. I mean, my God, this is a time when we have to work together. We have to stay healthy together, and we have to support together. I mean, there were actually some orphanage or homeless people out there. They don't have condition to actually survive to the disease, which means that it's a really good idea for the charities. And also, I mean, it's the end of this year, and I think that it would be a perfect time for me to end this episode, and also end the route that I'm been playing in this Doki Doki Blue Skies. But it doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop here. Just say you reroute in Doki Doki Blue Sky, which I'm gonna continue playing for the next year. And I think like it's a perfect timing as well. And also 2021, and I hope you guys and girls will have better years, staying more healthy, save more lives, wearing more masks. And I mean, masks can be replaced because, like, you know, you cannot wear masks for like a whole 2 or 3 years straight. But yeah, wearing like more masks. I mean, sometimes masks can be a work of art, right? And yeah. Anyway, thank you guys and girls so much for watching. And yeah, the conclusion. Yeah, I really like this mod. I really like this game. It's been like hitting me so hard, having the opportunity for me to share my past life in the secondary school as well in high school. I mean, you can see that I shared before, like in like a long time ago. By the time you're watching these videos, but I still have the opportunity to share it again. And I mean, school. I mean, school, childhood is like best memories for you guys and girls to experience. Have fun while you still can. Hang out with your friend more while you still can, so you will not gonna be lonely in the futures. And that's my advice. And don't be like me, being a complete a-hole in the secondary school and high school and ending up being lonely when I've been growing up. But for me, that as long as I'm being a good person and I'm being changed, I don't know if I change or not. It's just based on your perspective. But as long as I feel that I'm being a better person in the futures, it's so be it. Be happy for whatever you are, no matter what race you are, no matter what ethnic cities you are. Just always be yourself, and don't discriminate anyone. There's no point on doing that. There's no point on fighting, and there's no point for violence as well. And yeah, I hope 2021 is gonna be like the years when people will realize that what should do better and what should have changed. And who knows, could be like more reinforcements on laws and more reinforcements for people who are trying to like again adapt with the new president of USA as well. But yeah, thank you guys and girls so much for watching, and as always, hasta la vista. I don't know where I'm gonna be in the next route.